Om Gurureva Gati Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Na Guruh Paramam Shishurasmi Guru Matirasmi Guru Mama Pahi Guru सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तावत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः यं प्रव्रजन्त्यमनुपेतमवेदहृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकादर आजुहाव पुत्रेदि तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुस्तम् सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. In this video, I would like to share with you the Mahatmya of Srimad Bhagavata. Before entering into Srimad Bhagavata, it is very important to understand the glory of Srimad Bhagavata Purana. This glory of Srimad Bhagavata Purana is given in the Padma Purana, Uttarakanda. Entirely 6 chapters are dedicated for explaining the Mahatmya of Srimad Bhagavata Purana. And the Mahatmya of Srimad Bhagavata Purana was first said by the Sanat Kumara Rishis. The 4 great Sanat Kumara Rishis, that they are the Sanaka, Sanantana, Sanatana and Sanat Kumara. They were the mind-born sons of Lord Brahma, and they were great Brahma Rishis, and they were always in the form of small young child, 5 years old. So they are the great Brahma Rishis. So they said about the Mahatmya of Bhagavata Purana, and let us see the Mahatmya of Bhagavata Purana. सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः. This is the salutation prayer to Bhagavan Krishna, who is in the form of Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means truth, Chit complete consciousness, intelligence and bliss. He is that Rupa and he is all pervading. And Vishwotpatyadi Hetave, he is the cause for this creation. It is from him this great creation originated. And Tabatraya Vinashaya, he removes the 3 kinds of problems that affect a person. Tabatraya, 3 kinds of obstacles. That is, first is the Adhyatmika. We create our own obstacles. Sometimes our physical health or illness, sometimes our mood changes, laziness, less intelligence. So all these are the doshas of the Kali Yuga, and that affects us. So that is Adhyatmika. Adi Bhautika, obstacles from all the surrounding beings. It may be some people or from insects or animals, anyone, fellow beings. And Adi Dhaivika, natural disasters, or from the obstacles from the devas or something like that. So when we worship Bhagavan Krishna, Vayam Namaha, we worship you, and because he solves or he destroys these 3 kinds of obstacles that comes to a person. So this is the prayer to Bhagavan Krishna. Next is Yam pravrajjantam anupetam abheda krityam द्वैपायनो विरहकादराजुहाव पुत्रेदि तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुस्तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि. This prayer to Shuka Brahmarshi. It is Shuka Brahmarshi who first expounded this Bhagavada Purana to King Parikshit. Without him, we would have been not able to learn this Srimad Bhagavada Purana. So the salutations to Shuka Brahmarshi, and this shloka explains that as soon as when Shuka Brahmarshi was born, he went for meditation. And so Bhagavan Vedavyasa, it is his son, Bhagavan Vedavyasa could not bear the separation of his son, and so he called Putra, Putra, Putreti. He called like that, but at that time, since the Shuka Brahmarishi did not have any individual consciousness, he didn't hear it. But all the trees around him, he was walking on a path, and all the trees around him heard it and responded, which implies that he is all-pervading. He is all-pervading Brahman. To that Shuka Brahmarishi, I offer my prayers, I offer my salutation. So these are the first invocation of the shlokas of Bhagavata Mahatmya. And this Bhagavata Mahatmya is in the form of a story, which means it's an allegory to tell the importance of bhakti in Kali Yuga. Once, sage Narada, he always used to travel everywhere, but at that day, he was sitting in the Badrigashrama. And he was so depressed and so worried, and he was sitting there. At that time, the Sanakadi Rishis, that is the 4 Sanak Kumaras, they came there and they inquired Narada, Rishi, you'll be traveling, and what happened to you? You're sitting in a one place, and that also you are so depressed and worried. What happened to you? And for that, sage Narada said, I traveled through many places in the earth. I thought that this earth was such a calm place, but now I realize it is not a calm place. And the people here were so affected by Kali, the great Purusha Kali, and the nature of the people are Satyam nasti tapashaucham daya dhanam na vidyate udaram bharino jiva varaha kuda bhashinaha. So the people here in this earth, they are not following Satya. They do not have any truth. They do not perform any austerities. They do not have any cleanliness. They do not have any daya, mercy feeling. They do not do any sacrifice. They do not share anything with others. This I understand. And the people here, their only motive is to udharam bharinaha. Udharam bharina means to fill their own stomachs. And they are so selfish. They don't share anything with others. So these are something I observed. And I went to many places on earth, just like Kashi, Gaya, Prayaga, Pushkara. Then down south, Rameshwaram, Sedu Bandhana, Sriranga, everywhere I went, but nowhere I could find all this. But nowhere I could find good people. They were all affected by these doshas. So I'm so depressed. What to do? I'm so depressed. And the 4 Sanat Kumara Rishis, they inquired, why did you go to all those places? They are all pilgrimage places. Why did you go there? And Sri Narada said, I went like this I was traveling, telling Narayana, Narayana, and on the banks of river Yamuna, I saw a Devi crying there. And I inquired her, what is your problem, Devi? And she said, I am not in a good mood, Rishi. I am so depressed and worried because my 2 children by name Jnana and Vairagya, they are unconscious and they are lying there. See them. They are lying down there on the banks of river Yamuna. And this banks of river Yamuna, what was that place where Bhagavan Krishna during his avatar played all the leelas. But my sons, Jnana and Vairagya, are not conscious here, so I'm so worried. So what to do? Do something for my children, Narada Rishi, the Devi said. And Narada said, yeah, it will be like that only, because all the people here are affected by the Kali Purusha, and the people here will not have, they will be affected by it. And the doshas of the Kali during this period are Kama, Krodha, Mahalobha, Trishna, Vyahula, Chetasah, Tebi Tishtanti Tabasi, Tabasaras Gataha. They will not have, they will be always have so many desires. And when they have desires, they will have that tapa and koba, that anxiety and krodha means anger. And so much of jealousiness, competition. They will not have peace of mind. It will be like that only. And they don't do any tapas, and they don't follow any austerities or rituals. Even if they follow, it will be wrong only. So it is better not to follow that. So they do everything the wrong way. So this is the period of Kali. It will be like that only. And the Devi Bhakti, she said, okay, Narada Rishi, do something for my children. I have to wake them up, and you are a great Rishi. Do something for them. And for that, sage Narada, he chanted the Vedic mantras in the ears of the two children of Devi Bhakti, that is Jnana and Vairagya. But they didn't respond. Then he chanted the Upanishads, no use, they didn't respond. Then he chanted Bhagavad Gita. When he chanted Bhagavad Gita, they just they lifted their little finger. Then he chanted Bhagavad Gita many times. Repeatedly he chanted it. At last they sat up, but they are so tired, they just yawned and slept on, fell unconscious. So Narada Rishi became so tensed. What to do now? Even Bhagavad Gita or Upanishads cannot wake up Jnana and Vairagya. What to do now? He was so perplexed. And at that time, he heard a Vyomavani. Vyomavani tadaiva bhunma ऋषेख्यध्यामिति उद्यम sapalasteyam bhavishyati na samshayah. That Vyomavani said, na samshayah, do not doubt, Devarshi, you will be definitely able to wake them up. But the Vyomavani said, Yetadartham tu satkarma surarshye tvam samachara tatte karma vidhayanti sadhava sadhu bhushanaha. And that Vyomavani said, definitely you will be able to achieve this purpose. That is, you will be able to wake up Jnana and Vairagya, but you have to do a Satkarma. And that Satkarma will be advised to you by Sadhava Sadhubhushana, by a very pious group of rishis. So searching those rishis, I went to all these pilgrimage places like the Gaya, Kashi, Prayaga, Rameshwara, Sriranga. I met many sages also, but they were not able to tell me what karma, satkarma to do to wake up Jnana and Vairagya. Everyone I met, they advised me, but that's of no use. What to do now, Rishi? They asked the Sanat Kumara Rishis. And the Sanat Kumara Rishis said, yes, of course, this is the Kali Yuga. This is the period of Kali. You will not be able to wake up Jnana or Vairagya without Bhakti. And the Sanat Kumara Rishis said, Satkarma suchako nyunam jnana yajna smruto budhaihi Srimad Bhagavata labha satu gita. Definitely, you will be able to wake them up, but without bhakti, you will not be able to wake them up. And Srimad Bhagavata, which is the words of Shuka Brahmarshi, that is, in that Srimad Bhagavata, Bhakti, Jnana, and Vairagya, they are soaked in Srimad Bhagavata. The Bhakti, Jnana, and Vairagya, it is there in Srimad Bhagavata. So if you recite Srimad Bhagavata, then you will be able to wake them up. So Srimad Bhagavata is a text where through bhakti, jnana and vairagya is given. It is, I must not say it as a text. It is the Purana where bhakti is drenched in jnana and vairagya, or jnana and vairagya is given through bhakti. So that is Srimad Bhagavada Purana, and these are the words of Sanat Kumara Rishis. And Sanat Kumara Rishis said that, and they said also this, Pralayam hi gamishyanti Srimad Bhagavada Dhvani Kalir dosha hi me sarve Simha shabdhat brugha iva. So when you recite, read or learn or understand Srimad Bhagavata Purana, that will just drive off all the Kali dosha, just like how the forest dogs, they just run by hearing the Shabda of Simha. So just like that, it will just destroy all the Kali dosha. And the Sanat Kumara Rishis also said, Jnana Vairagya Samyukta Bhakti Prema Rasavaha Pradigeham Pradijanam Tatha Kridam Karishyati. So in a place there is Pratigeham. Pratigeham means every house. Pratijanam, every person, when they understand Srimad Bhagavata, read or and learn Srimad Bhagavata, in them bhakti along with jnana and vairagya is just enters in them. If the place where Srimad Bhagavata is recited, in that place bhakti, jnana and vairagya will automatically go there. Just like in any person, in any individual, if you recite it, in him or in her, bhakti, jnana, vairagya will go in, because it is such a great text. They will filled with bhakti, jnana and vairagya. And in every house, wherever it is recited and which person read it, it is the same to them. And so now Narada, Sri Devashi Narada asked the Sanat Kumaras, Srimad Bhagavata Labhat Tad Kadam Bodhameshyati Tad Kathasu Tu Vedhartha Shloke Shloke Pade Pade. So Srimad Bhagavata, it is only the explanation of the Vedas, the teaching of the Vedas, shloke, every shloka, every pada, that is every quarter, every pada, everything is the teaching of the Vedas. It only tells about the principles of the Vedas. It only tells about the Atmajnana. So why is this, Srimad Bhagavata so unique? Sri Narada asked to the Sanat Kumara Rishis, and for that the Sanat Kumara Rishis give an example. Srimad Bhagavata is it is just a fruit, ripened fruit. Nigama kalpadaro ghalidam phalam. That is, for example, in a tree, there will be many fruits. Only the sweetness or the essence of or the quality of the tree is known only through the fruit. If you taste the bark or if you taste the leaf, then we will not be able to understand the essence of the tree. Only when we taste the fruit, we can understand the essence or the quality of the tree. So just like that, Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit which comes out from the tree of the Vedas. So it is the fruit from the tree of the Vedas. Nigama Veda, Kalpa Tarur. Kalpa means the wish fulfilling, Tarur means tree. So it is the Galidam Phalam, it is the ripened fruit from the wish fulfilling tree of Vedas. So that is Srimad Bhagavatam. In the Treta Yuga or in the Dwapar Yuga or in the Krita Yuga, it is not so easy to get this fruit, but in the Kali Yuga, because of Bhagavata Purana, we are able to taste the essence of the Vedas. So that the Sanat Kumara Rishis, they give the example. The two more examples also they give. Just like we have to extract ghee from milk. In the milk, the ghee is there, But when you pour the milk in the lamp, we cannot light it. So we have to extract the ghee from it and then use it. So that is one example. And another example is in the sugar cane, the sweetness is there, but we cannot taste it directly, the sugar cane. We have to extract the sugar out of it and taste it. So just like that, Bhagavata is the teaching of the Vedas, which is the ripened fruit from the Vedas. We can taste it directly instead of understanding the core philosophy like understanding the Upanishad or even Bhagavad Gita. So that the rishis said, and by that the Narada Rishi said, okay, so Srimad Bhagavata is so pavitra, so please tell us the recite Srimad Bhagavata. And for that, the Sanat Kumara Rishis, along with the sage Narada, they all went to the Gangadhira. Now they are in Badrigashrama, so they walked a few miles to Gangadhira, that is to Haridwar. And the Sanat Kumara Rishis, four of them, they sat on a higher pedestal, and Devarshi Narada, he sat on the other side. And when everyone came to know about the arrival of Sanat Kumara Rishis, and he's about to tell the Srimad Bhagavada Purana, to recite Srimad Bhagavata Purana, many rishis and many people from everywhere, they came and assembled there. And what a surprise, when Sanat Kumara Rishis was about to recite Srimad Bhagavata Purana, even Bhakti Devi along with her two sons Jnana and Vairagya, they came to that assembly. This is an allegory just to give the importance of bhakti, which through which jnana and vairagya can be attained easily through bhakti. By prema rasa, by understanding the leelas of Bhagavan, by that one can go to bhakti. Through bhakti, one can attain jnana and vairagya. So it's just an allegory to make understand that. And on the banks of river Ganga, on the Gangadhira, the Sanat Kumaras has said that I will recite this Srimad Bhagavata for 7 days, that is the Bhagavata Saptaha. But continuously, 24/7, I will chant or recite this entire Bhagavata, 18,000 slokas. And they all assembled there, and there, the Sanat Kumara Rishis, they first said about the glory of Srimad Bhagavata. After that only they went into the deep Bhagavata Purana. There they said the glory of Srimad Bhagavata, and they said, Katha Bhagavadasyapi Nityam Bhavati Yagrihe Tadgriham Tirtha Rupam He Vasatam Papanashanam. So a place where Bhagavata Purana is recited every day, that place or that graha, that place or graha, it becomes a punya tirtha, that is, it becomes a holy place, and the people who live there will be removed of all sins. Ashwamedha sahasrani vajapeyas shatani cha shukakshastra kathayascha kalam narhanti shodashi. That is Ashwamedha Yaha and Vajapeya Yaha. They are all great, great yahas that can be done only by the great kings of that ancient time. If a king does Ashwamedha Yaha for 100 times, then he will automatically get the Indra Padavi, that is the post of Indra. And here it is, the Sanat Kumara Rishis is telling, if a person do thousands, sahasrani, thousands of Ashwamedha Yaha and Vajapeya Yaha, also great Yaha. If a person do Vajapeya Yaha for 100 times, the phala, the fruit they get by doing all this, when compared to the phala of reading or understanding Srimad Bhagavata, is only 1 to 16, that ratio. It is just a little. That is the Mahatmya, the glory of reading, understanding, or learning Srimad Bhagavata is many, many times greater than doing Ashwamedha Yaha or Vajapeya Yaha for many times. And the Rishi is also saying, Na Ganga na Gaya Kashi Pushkaram na Prayagaham Shukashastra-kathayascha phalena samatannayet. So going to the pilgrimage centers like Ganga, we can dip in Ganga for once. Ganga, Gaya, Kashi, Pushkaram, Prayaga, going to all these places and the pala of going to all these places, it, that is, and reading the Srimad Bhagavata or understanding, learning Srimad Bhagavata, it is incomparable. So that is 1,000 times more pavitra is reading Srimad Bhagavata. So what it implies is reading Srimad Bhagavata is more supreme than going to all these tirthas or doing yajnas like this. And the Rishis continues to say, Shlohartam shlokapatam va nityam bhagavadodbhavam padasva samukhenaiva yadichasi padangatim. So reading Srimad Bhagavata, one sloka, or at least reading it, one quarter of it, there is one pada, that itself will help us to yadichasi, whatever we decide, it will help us to attain all that, and in the end, it gives us parangatim. So self-pavitra is learning or reading or hearing Srimad Bhagavata Purana. So instead of doing these great yajnas, or instead of going to these pavitra places that Kashi, Prayaga and Pushkar, all that places, reading Bhagavata and hearing it and learning Srimad Bhagavata is supreme than all this. And Rishis continue. Yascha bhagavatam shastram vachayedhartatho janma koti kritam papam nashyate natra samshayah. By reading or understanding or learning Srimad Bhagavata Purana, it definitely removes a koti papa. It does not, atra samshayah, there is no doubt in it, not even a bit. No one should doubt that. It is said by the great Sanakadi Rishis, there is no doubt in it. By reading or understanding Srimad Bhagavata removes koti pava, which we have accumulated by taking many births. And they continue to say, दुर्लभैव कथालोके श्रीमद्भागवतोद्भवा कोटिजन्मसमुत्थेन पुण्येनैव तु लभ्यते. A person get the chance of reading or reciting or understanding Srimad Bhagavata if he has done koti punyas. So it is so durlabha. It is so unique to read or understand Srimad Bhagavata. Just imagine what the population of the earth and how many people know about Srimad Bhagavata. Less than 1%. And in that, how many people have the opportunity to understand Srimad Bhagavata? Less than that, not even 1.5%. So it is so durlabha, and one get a chance to understand, read or hear or study Srimad Bhagavata by doing koti punya. It's so durlabha. So when one reads Srimad Bhagavata, it removes a koti papa, and one get the chance to read Srimad Bhagavata if he has done koti punya. So it is so durlabha and it is so precious. And at one instant, when Bhagavan Sri Krishna, he was about to leave his mortal frame on earth, and he was about to go to Parandhama, his friend devotee, he asked Bhagavan, you are leaving this earth. So what will happen to your bhaktas? They are so dependent on you. What will happen to all of them? You are going to your Dhamma. What will happen to them? And for that, what Bhagavan Krishna did was, Swakiyam yad bhavai tejastascha bhagavate dadhat tirodhaya pravishtoyam Srimad Bhagavatarnavam. What Bhagavan Krishna did was, he transferred the tejas of the Krishna Avatara. He transferred his entire tejas, his power directly to Srimad Bhagavata. He entered in Srimad Bhagavata and his form disappeared. His form disappeared and Bhagavan Krishna, he entered in Srimad Bhagavata. His entire tejas just entered in Srimad Bhagavata. So that is Srimad Bhagavada Purana. Bhagavada Purana means it is not the text, it is that knowledge. By reading Bhagavada Purana, we are understanding Bhagavan Krishna. Definitely, when we read completely Bhagavada Purana and we understand the Purana to the core, then we feel that I'm not different from God. So Bhagavan Krishna, he entered in Srimad Bhagavata Purana, and the rishis, they say, तेनेयं वाक्मयी मूर्तिः प्रत्यक्षा वर्तते हरेः सेवनात् श्रवणात् पठनात् दर्शनात् पापनाशिनी. So Srimad Bhagavata Purana is the Pratyaksha Rupa of Hari. It is the Rupa of Hari. It is the Satchidananda Rupa of Hari. By seeing Srimad Bhagavata, we are seeing Bhagavan Krishna. Reading Srimad Bhagavata, we are understanding Bhagavan Krishna. Shravanat, by hearing Srimad Bhagavata, it is the Shabda Rupa of Bhagavan Krishna. It says, the shloka says, Sevanat, that is by keeping the Bhagavata, that text, it's in the form of text only, how will it be understood? So keeping it safe, that is we are doing the seva for Bhagavan Krishna, just like giving him abhisheka or feeding him. It's just like that. Keeping the book safe, it is doing seva for Bhagavan Krishna. Darshanat, we are seeing the Rupa of Bhagavan Krishna. Patanat, we are just understanding the Rupa of Bhagavan Krishna. The Darshanat, seeing Bhagavan Krishna, all this will remove the innumerable papas in us. Because Bhagavan Krishna, he entered in Srimad Bhagavata, and Srimad Bhagavata is the Rupa, it is the Tejas of Bhagavan Krishna. And the rishis say, so when we read or understand Srimad Bhagavata, Bhagavan is entering into us. Bhagavan automatically comes there and he just stay in that person or in that graha on that house or that place, and he completely purifies the place. And the rishis say, when we read this Srimad Bhagavata, it removes all types of sins. That is mainly the 5 pancha papas. In the ancient time, these papas are said as the pancha ugra papaha. Pancha ugra papa means kora papas. What are they? And they are so common in Kali Yuga, but at the Treta Yuga or Dwapara Yuga or the Krita Yuga, they were considered as great papas. Not even in Dwapara Yuga, but in Treta Yuga and the pre-first Yuga, Krita Yuga, they are considered as great papas. What are they papas? They are so common now. Stealing gold, how common it is in Kali Yuga, just imagine. Stealing gold is one of the great papas. Then consuming alcohol, so common in today's society. Then killing a Brahmana who knows the Vedas, Brahmahati dosha. Then abducting the wife of a guru, great papa. Autocracies against women and children, which is so common now. Abusing them by word, physically assaulting them, giving them any type of pain, giving them mental torture, all these are considered as great papas. So why do people do all these papas? Due to ignorance. They do not know the value of it. They may not know the value of women, or they may not know the value of children. So they do all this papa by abusing them, by torturing them mentally, by mind and by physical assault. So and also insulting the parents, killing them, insulting them by words, physical assault for taking the money of them or like that. These are all great papas. And when a person with such great, when he has accumulated such great papas, he will not get anything positive in this loka. So when such a person, happen to read Srimad Bhagavada Purana, it will erase all that, because only by previous punya, him, even though he have done all these papas, he might have done some punya, then only he will be able to read Srimad Bhagavata. Bhagavata will be accessible for him only if he has done punya. And if he has done that punya, even though he has done so such a core of papas, it will erase all those papas. So that is the power and the glory of the Srimad Bhagavada Purana. And having said this, the Sanat Kumara Rishis, they said a story to the people assembled there. And the story said by the Sanat Kumara Rishis, it goes on like this. Once in a village, there was a very pious Brahmana by name Atmadeva. He knew all the Vedas, and he was such a great Brahmana, respected by all, very rich also. He had a wife, and his wife's name was Dunduli. She was not that pious person. She had all the Kali doshas. She always insults others. Even though she was very good in household duties, she don't speak truth, always yell at others, even at Atmadeva, no cleanliness, always find faults with others, criticizing others, backbiting, all that bad habits she had. This Atmadeva, even after so many years of marriage, he didn't have a child. So he met a rishi and he requested the rishi to do something for him to have a child, because a life without a child is so dry. He felt like that. And the rishi, he said, by reading the lines on his forehead, he said that not only in this Janma, in the next 7 Janmas, your next 7 births, you cannot have a child. The lines of your forehead are like that. According to the thoughts of our mind, according to our karma, only our thoughts will be formed, and according to that, the fine lines will be formed on our forehead. So we cannot read it or understand it, but a great rishis or a person who are divine, they can see it and understand it. It's not only the lines which will be formed by dry skin or by age, it's not that, but the fine line, just like palmistry, how we read the palm. The fine lines will be formed on the forehead, and the rishi read the lines and he said it is not possible to have a child. Even if you have a child, he will land you in great problems, make you land in great problems. But still, Atmadeva insisted on the rishi for having a child. And at last, the rishi gave Atmadeva a very ripened fruit. And he said, you must give this fruit to your wife Duntuli, and she must consume it, and she must follow some rituals or some vows. She must speak only truth, which is not at all possible for Duntuli. To speak only truth, take food only after giving dana to a brahmana. She must not insult anyone. She must not criticize anyone. Like this, he laid some rules. And the Atmadeva, he came back and gave this fruit to his wife Dunduli, and it said about these conditions. That time itself, Dunduli decided it's not possible for me to do all this. And moreover, she was not also interested in having a child because of the advanced age of both of them. And she was in a very confused state of mind, and she said about her plight to her sister, who was pregnant at that time. And her sister said, don't worry, I will give my child to you when he is born, and you tell to Atmadeva that it is our child. So giving this fruit to Dunduli, Atmadeva went for meditation to the forest. So at one day the child was born, and Dunduli gave that child to Atmadeva and said that it is our child, and Atmadeva also believed it, and he named the child as Dunduhari. What Dunduli and her sister did at that time was, they gave this fruit to the cow in the backyard just to test whether the rishi's fruit will give effect or not. The cow gave birth to a human child, but the child had the ears like the cow. So Atmadeva named that child with the ears of the cow as Gokarna. Go, that is the cow. Karna means the ears. Gokarna. And both these child grew up, Gokarna as well as Dunduhari. After many years, Dunduhari, so he had all the bad habits, and he was not pious, not clean, and all the habits of his mother also came to to Dunduhari. But Gokarna was so great and always involved in Brahma Vidya, Atma Vidya, or meditation, because he is the product of that fruit of given by the Rishi. After a few years passed, one day Dunduhari, he just disturbed his parents for wealth. And Gokarna said to his father, that is Atmadeva, you better go to the forest and meditate. Let him do anything. Atmadeva also went to forest, and Gokarna also went to forest, and he meditated, and Gokarna became a great rishi. At that during that time, so now in the house, who are there? Dunduli and Dunduhari, mother and son. One day Dunduhari killed his mother, and he had a relationship with many unchaste women. One day all these unchaste women took his wealth and killed Dunduhari also and threw him in the well. Gokarna, who was on meditation and on pilgrimage, he came to understand about the death of his brother, and he went to Gaya and did the Shraddha Karmas, oblation given to the mains. And wherever he went, any pilgrimage places, whether it is Ganga or any pilgrimage places, wherever he went, he performed oblation or performed the Shraddha Karmas. So after 1 or 2 years, he came back to his house, and he slept in the night in his house in that village. At night, he was able to see so many figures around him. All were shouting, some were crying, some were yelling at him. And he got up and asked those Rupas, who are you? And they said, one of the Rupas said, I am your brother Dunduhari. I am now in a very difficult state. I have, because of my papas, I am having a ghost Rupa. So please relieve me from it. And Gokarna said, I performed oblations for you in Gaya, and wherever I went, I performed Shraddha Karmas for you. And for that, Dunduhari said, no use for all that. So do something different. The next day, Gokarna consulted many rishis and people who are in that, great people in the village, and all said, what else can we do? It's according to the Shraddha, according to the Shastras, you can do only the Shraddha Karma. You have done it many times, so you cannot do anything. So at last, Gokarna, he was a great rishi. Because of that Atmakana, he meditated on Surya Bhagavan. And the Surya Narayana, he said, recite Srimad Bhagavata continuously for 7 days. Whatever great sin it may be, it will be removed. And so the next day, Gokarna, he sat on a high pedestal in his, on the veranda of his house, and he recited Srimad Bhagavata. And many people from around the village came, and along with also came Dunduhari. But he cannot sit outside because he is airborne, he will fly off. So he sat inside a bamboo stick and heard Srimad Bhagavata for the 7th day. So 7 days. At the last day, when Gokarna completed reciting Srimad Bhagavata, what a surprise! Suddenly the bamboo stick just burst off, and Dunduhari, who was in the ghost body till then, he attained a Deva Sharira and he went up. So that is the power of Srimad Bhagavatam. And in the Purana, it is said that after 30 years after Bhagavan Sri Krishna left his mortal form and went to his Parandhama, Shuka Brahmarishi, he recited Srimad Bhagavata to Raja Parikshit. And after that, 200 years later, this incident, it actually happened, it's a fact, it's not just a story, written story. The incident of Gokarna happened after 200 years after Shuka Brahmarishi recited Bhagavata to Parikshit Raja. After that, even 30 years later, Sanat Kumara Rishis, they said about this, all this incident to the assembled rishis on the Ganga Tira. So important and so precious is Srimad Bhagavada Purana because it removes all the sins. When we do not understand this, we may not know the importance of reading Srimad Bhagavata. In a place where Srimad Bhagavata is read, automatically Bhagavan Krishna will enter there. That's the words of the Sanat Kumara Rishis. And the Sanat Kumara Rishis, they say, Yatra Suryasya Somasya Siddhanam Naghadir Katha Tam Logam Hi Gadaste Tu Srimad Bhagavada Shravat. By hearing Srimad Bhagavata, by reading it or by understanding Srimad Bhagavata, one goes to the place where there is no Surya or no Chandra or not even the great rishis. That is, it implies we go beyond this realm of creation. Beyond this realm of creation, we cannot even think of it now. We will attain that conscious state of mind. So we will go to that place when a person has when a person reads or recites or understands Srimad Bhagavata Purana. So precious is Bhagavata Purana. So these are the words of the Sanat Kumara Rishis. And that is the glory of Srimad Bhagavata Mahapurana. So great is Srimad Bhagavata Purana. In my next video, I will share with you the first skanda, first adhyaya of Srimad Bhagavata Purana. Om Shri Narayana Khila Guru Bhagavan Namaste.